So it's April, and that means you're ready for installment number 2 of our Kim Deal stitch along, and I'm going to give you all the details you need for finishing installment 2 with success. So up here are the 2 blocks for month 2. So you can see you've got a pieced block, and then you also have a pieced block that has applique on it. And you're going to get all of this beautiful fabric, lots of different varieties. So a tip that I did when I was doing my block of the month is anything that I had left over from the previous month, I cut from those pieces. So for example, you're given this black again. So you're going to be using this black for some pieced squares, some applique. But if you have leftover of this black, which you might want to use those pieces first. And then that way you have bigger scraps left over when you're done with your block of the month. Some of the techniques in this month are the same as last month. So for example, when you're sewing a half square triangle, you'll leave an opening for your applique piece to be tucked inside. This also has you place a crease here so that you know where to position that little bit of bias. And then you also are going to make kind of a fun half square triangle unit. I will say, just make sure that you have that placed on there, orientation wise correctly, because maybe you haven't noticed, but I actually did mine opposite of the instructions. But if you do it opposite like me, you might end up just leaving it the same way. And then after you get those applique blocks finished, then you can start sewing them together to create this center square. So you won't have these blocks hanging out with the little tails anymore. Those will be able to be, I think you can tuck them inside after this, after you're done sewing all these blocks together, then you'll be able to tuck this little piece inside the opening from the center block from installment 1. I hope you have so much fun with installment number 2. This should be all the same techniques that you've already learned from installment 1, and happy sewing!